How to Kill Your Husband. That was the provocative title of a woman's magazine in the early 50s. How Mum and I joked about it and shared the joke with you. It seemed all you had to do to kill your husband was go on eating the food we were eating. For a married couple reared in near poverty, married at the height of the Depression, it was a ludicrous suggestion to try and alter our now food-rich lifestyle. Sunday lunch was roast cooked in dripping with scrumptious Yorkshire pudding and Mum's wonderful cooked desserts at every meal. Sunday evening was a table laden with cream cakes. Born in 1906 in Bendigo, the son of a miner, your family's financial woes began when they moved out of the family home in Bendigo to Port Melbourne, chasing a healthier occupation for your father who had developed miner's lung disease. Your first employment after leaving school at the customary age of 13 was on the well-known coastal ship Narana, and you were able to send some money home to the family. You married Mum in 1934. It was the Depression era. She was forced to leave her job in her marriage, which was then the custom. You, a self-taught refrigeration and later automotive mechanic, were chasing occasional work where you could find it. Fortunately, Dad, you had many talents, one of which was your ability as a drummer. This enabled you to work in the early years with Graham and Roger Bell in their newly formed jazz band. You also learned to play the xylophone, but for some reason did not continue with this. Your wartime occupation was with the Commonwealth Aircraft Factory on the assembly line, and 7 nights a week playing drums at various locations, one of them Sunday afternoons at the Trocadero. Bands were in great demand by the American troops, temporarily located in Melbourne. After the war, you turned your talents to building a 28-foot fishing boat, now in a class called a cooter boat. This feat was accomplished in leisure time at weekends. Happily, you were still in demand as a drummer in later years. In your late 40s, you were developing worrying health symptoms. The diagnosis was possibly angina. Was it caused by frustration with work or Mum's cholesterol-rich cooking? There were now constant warnings in the media that excessive cholesterol in the blood could lead to heart attacks or stroke. In the meantime, you gained a granddaughter. The pleasure gained from your granddaughter was palpable. You were clearly making up for never having time to enjoy my childhood. A sedentary working life, constantly in a car for long distances as a sales rep, coupled with a demanding drumming hobby, was causing great health concern. You were on constant medication for angina and told to take long walks as a form of exercise. For the first time in your married life, you and Mum made time to go for evening walks after dinner, on the nights you weren't playing drums, of course. The last time you saw your grandchildren, you travelled a long distance to see them before bedtime. They were in the bath and you took a photo of them, but never saw it developed. One ghastly Friday night in April 1965, while walking up the stairs of a venue for drumming, you collapsed and were brought home. You were then taken to hospital where you died before morning, before I knew anything about it, or could say, Dad, I love you. Mum was 57, you were 59, and with everything to live for. Unlike Mum, you never got to see your 3 granddaughters grow up. Of your great-grandchildren, Lisa's son inherited your music ability, Andrea's son inherited your mechanical skills, and Eleanor's daughter inherited your love of boating. I inherited your cholesterol.